Hi, this is Juliet, and today I would like to talk to you about the feeling of being powerless. It is a subject that is coming up over and over again with my clients, and either if you're in the situation of this uncertainty of having lost your job, or if you're afraid of losing your job, or what might be coming next, it is the complexity of the situation, or if you are a team manager who does not know what to tell their teammates or their peers. How did they decide? What are they supposed to decide in this uncertainty situation? It is complex, it is complicated. So all of this can lead to this feeling of having your hands tied together and really feeling powerless. So what could we do actually in this situation? Today I would like to give you just a few suggestions that you could try, because it is all about how you manage your own emotions, how you manage the situation, because we will get through this. This is just transient. We don't know how long it's going to take, but we will get through this. So first of all, the advice that I would give you is to start your day off in the morning with a gratitude practice. It changes your perspective. Just take a sheet of paper or an Excel or something where you just put down and number down to 5, and every morning focus on 5 things that you're grateful for. And even if it just means that you're grateful for the warm water that you had for a shower, for your hot coffee, for having a bed to sleep in, just the things that make you feel grateful. And don't make it a work routine. Really think about, what are you grateful for? Just write down in the present tense, today I'm happy and grateful for having this and this. And at the end of the phrase, you'll write, thank you. After having written those 5 points, read through them again, each of the sentences, and really try to feel the thank you when you're saying it out loud. Read through the whole list. You will see that this is going to really shift your perspective. The second point that I would advise you to do is to really create a schedule. Because if you're at home, because you're working from home, or because you're searching for a new job, you can really feel overwhelmed with this, a lot of uncertainty and freedom as well. There is a lot of freedom to create your day at this moment. So create a schedule. When do you start working? When do you stop working? How long does your day go? You create it yourself. You're not in an office where a manager is there to surveil and check and control what you're doing. So if it's from 8 to 6, okay, then put that time down. But also think about the breaks. How often do you usually take breaks when you're in the office? Is it every hour to go like on a technical break for 5 minutes? Is it every 2 hours to go for a coffee? Schedule it down and put it in writing, because when you have it in writing, it's going to be easier to really stick to it. And the other point is also, once you have that schedule, respect it. So if for you it starts at 8, get up as you usually would, maybe an hour before, get ready, get dressed, showered, etc. And you start at 8. Even if it's to search for jobs or if it's to do your work from home, it doesn't make a difference because you need that schedule. Another point that I think is important is to also communicate it with your family, because if you have responsibilities, it's going to be hard to manage both of this. So not just keeping it to yourself, but really communicating it with them as well and discussing how you can make it happen so that you can try to stick at the most possible to that schedule. This is very important. But it also means once it is, let's say 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the afternoon and you have done your work, you can stop it without feeling guilty and say, this is my work day, it's done, it's over. Now is my leisure time. Even if it might be that kids might be there to interrupt you during the work time, stick to your schedule. Try to keep the routine, because this is important to feel also that you're being productive and creating something with the best of your abilities. If something happens and you're going to take off for 3 hours and you're going to try to stick to those 3 hours in the end, you're going to feel unproductive and your work days are going to get longer and longer without feeling really productive. It is important to really accord yourselves those breaks as well, and the leisure time. To have that balance is very important. So once it is 5 or 6 o'clock, stop your work, close your computer, and take your time. So What I would also suggest you do is do some exercise every day. It doesn't have to be huge, and if it can be in nature or even just going for a little walk in nature or in a park can be a great opportunity because it changes the whole environment that you're in. So you might be hearing birds singing around you. There will be a little breeze in your face. You can maybe feel the grass underneath your feet. Or if you have the chance to be living close to the beach, go to the beach and just, relax for a few minutes. Change it. It's not just about work. Working from home doesn't mean working 24/7. It is important to keep that balance. And especially because there is no structure where you have to go to a place and go away from it, you need to create it for yourself. Another point is also to connect with your friends and family. If it's not possible to go to them, it's just a phone call or it is a Zoom call, whatever it might be that you're using, try to keep it because it helps us to feel more connected. It helps us to feel more human and not just like a machine that is sitting in front of a computer and working all day long and getting crazy, starting to have eyes in the form of the screen. But really, it is about feeling connected. This is the most important thing. One of the basic human needs is to feel connection, to feel part of our tribe. So don't neglect that. And the last point that I would like to suggest to you today is to create a hobby. And that is in your leisure time. Once you're really over with the work in your leisure time, try to dedicate some time for art or for singing or for dancing. If you like to paint or if you like to make sculptures, whatever it might be, take the time for it. Or it is gardening, just sitting outside and enjoying the sun or whatever makes you feel really good in your body, do that. Because it's really the switch between the work and the life balance. Of course, it can be hard. And I guess you have already managed quite well until so far because the quarantine is over in several countries. And at the same time, the work from home is still continuing, or if you're still searching for a job, you will be still at home. So try to really balance this time to make the best out of it. And of course, another point, I don't know if you do it, but I do meditate every single day. Before I start my work day in the morning, I do meditate. It helps me to really focus in what I want to do and what I don't want to do as well. That's also important. It is really the focusing on the key aspects of every single day. And once you have a schedule, you can stick to it. It's going to help you manage through those crazy days. And really managing uncertainty, let's say in an agile way, is to say manage one step at a time. And in this case, one day at a time. Thinking ahead, what is going to happen in 1 week, what is going to happen in a month, what is going to happen in 6 months, is just going to create a lot of anxiety and uncertainty even more. So focus on what we can do today with what we do have as tools today and take it one step at a time. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. Take care and talk to you soon.